Hi friends, I'm Les Mood, your host. Welcome to the Destination for Innovation, brought to you by the City of Bakersfield and Green Tech Network. Today we're back in Bakersfield at Russo's Books with a special guest. Welcome to the show, Mike.
Thank you. Glad to have you here at the store.
Absolutely. Mike, so for those who know you and those who don't know you, could you share a little bit about yourself and maybe something that those who do know you don't know?
Okay. Something about me is that I'm all about Bakersfield business. I love Bakersfield and I love business. I'm a student of business, having graduated from Cal State Bakersfield with both my bachelor's in human resource management and my MBA. I am a teacher of business, having taught for the Kern High School District and also adjunct for Bakersfield College for almost 30 years now as a teacher. And for over 40 years, I have been a retailer here in Bakersfield. The last 34 as owner, along with my family, of Russo's Books.
From an educational perspective or maybe an entrepreneurial perspective, where would you say your journey began?
I would say, throughout high school and college, I worked at department stores, so that's where I got my retail legs, if you will. But really, 1989 was a year where everything kind of came together. That's when we first opened up the bookstore. In addition, also, that is when I started with the Kern High School District. Now, I did take 10 years off from the high school district to do full-time with the bookstore, but eventually made my way back there. But we've been hitting it hard ever since 1989, both in education and in retail.
Wow, literacy and education. I didn't realize both for you went back so far. That's really amazing. How would you explain or what you're doing on a day-to-day basis to make the world a better place these days?
So to me, again, I wear two hats, so it's an easy answer. What am I doing to make the world better? Literacy, books are knowledge, books are information, and anytime I can put a book in a customer's hand or sell a book to a school that I know that's going to go to a student, then that's a good day. And then as a classroom teacher, I teach small business entrepreneurship, and if I can enlighten a young mind, I teach high school juniors and seniors, get them excited about their possibilities. What I like to say is I'm teaching capacity. If I can teach them to grow and to expand their horizons and really to believe in themselves, then I really believe that the world is going to be a better place.
Absolutely. In terms of, your experience, your life, you've been through a lot, seen a lot of challenges, I'm sure a lot of triumphs as well. Could you share some that those watching might learn from?
Yeah, so I would imagine any business owner will tell you just the business cycle, it's its own challenges, from the dot-com bust of the early 2000s to the Great Recession of 2008, certainly the pandemic. The fact that our business, a small little retail store in Bakersfield, California, has been able to outlast that, I think is testimony to my father and to our staff, as well as to our customers in this community, that we've been able to hold on. And certainly in that time period, we've seen similar struggles and challenges in education. The pandemic, all those hours on Zoom, wasn't my favorite. I don't think we were doing true justice to our students. But still, we came through stronger and better, and I really think our students have the resolve to actually survive that pandemic. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I can agree, and it was a struggle, and my wife being an online teacher, I can say it was a tremendous adjustment for all of us. I'm glad we're back to normal. Yeah. For the students or the community or the world in general, would you have some advice that you would like to share?
For me, the big thing, and really it goes back to both the business hat that I'm wearing as well as the classroom, and that's persistence. My advice is don't give up, don't quit, don't give in so easily. As a classroom teacher teaching entrepreneurship, that's really a key message that I try to get across, because certainly opening your own business can be very challenging. There's lots of pitfalls. We talk a lot about failure and how to persist, how to get over rejection, and that's my advice to my students, and certainly the advice that I've tried to follow throughout my business career. So just kind of keep at it, don't give up.
Awesome. So in the world of possibilities, we obviously know there's a lot of hurdles towards, say, literacy or some of the progress that we would like to see in the world. But this next part of the conversation is more about what we would like to see and casting those roadblocks aside. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so the first question is, what is some low-hanging fruit that people or society could bite into to make the world a better place?
So I really think that something that we can definitely do is engage with our youth. I would really like to see more business people. Certainly parents play the primary role there, and certainly educators are an important part of that component. But as far as low-hanging fruit, schools want and they welcome the community. They want businesses to come in. Certainly we're training the future workforce. So volunteer. Be a classroom speaker. Let kids come in and tour your business. Let them see what your journey is. And it's amazing. You know, today's kids, they like it or not, they learn differently. You know, they're growing up with AI, artificial intelligence. They're growing with Chromebooks and computers and videos. And they need that interaction. They need to see that somebody is investing time in them, and that pays off. So please, by all means, involve yourself in education and engage with students.
I can't agree more. In fact, it was a wonderful pleasure to be in your class a week or so ago, and the enthusiasm of your students was wonderful. I could strongly recommend people come to your class, and if not your class, somebody else's class.
You know, that is so true, because yeah, I always welcome business owners because I want to hear their story and I want my kids to hear it firsthand. But there are so many classrooms across the spectrum on all grade levels that expertise, and many times you might think that, well, what do I have to contribute? But again, the kids are hungry for this information, and they just want to know that people actually are willing to engage with them.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't agree more. In terms of bigger challenges, what are some of the bigger challenges that we should also bite into?
You know, both locally and nationally, we have a lot of challenges, and everyone is aware of many of those: pollution, the environment, you name it, homelessness. But I think I'm more qualified to talk about the classroom experience. So I would definitely say, similar to my last answer, where I said to engage with our students, is provide resources. You know, we've been blessed here in Kern County, in our high school district that I work for. We have had voter support that has given us funding for some amazing career technical centers. We've had visionary leadership. So we have the resources in place to really be one of the leaders in the nation for career technical education, and really giving our students capacity not only in entrepreneurship but in almost 40 different industries. And we need to look at those resources, and we need to build that capacity with our students to allow them to grow. And if we could just all, as a community, understand the gem that we have here with the high school district and the commitment they've made to really helping build an infrastructure where this community can grow and develop. I really believe in our youth, and I would definitely love to see businesses today to help nurture that growth.
In terms of nurturing that growth and, you know, progress as you just described, what role do you see community playing in that process?
So it all comes down to community. It really does. I work at the ROC CTech, and we are very much community based. We have a lot of employer interaction, but every school, again, is hungry for that. Every student is hungry for that. So it all comes down to a matter of community, believing in the mission, having those shared values, and pushing it forward. On the other hat I wear, the bookstore, that's been my entire existence. We are the community bookstore. We're the local bookstore. So I have 30 plus years of the community supporting me and me supporting the community. And that's one of the beautiful things about Bakersfield, is the fact that we are so community driven.
In terms of your legacy, what you're working towards and mission in life, what would you like to leave behind, or what would you like to reflect on at the end of your life?
You know, if I was to reflect back, I would love to see the investment that I and others are making into our youth actually pay off, and I really believe it's going to. I do believe we're building capacity. I do believe we're building an infrastructure. Bakersfield was famous for brain drain. Our best students were leaving the area many times not to come back. We are building something special here in Kern County, where we are giving students a reason to stay. We have wonderful colleges, we have wonderful high school and junior highs and elementary schools. The opportunities are there for them to grow, prosper, and now we're giving them the capacity to say, hey, I can not only stay here, but I can start my own business and there are resources available for me. I'm excited for the future. So the legacy, I would love to see these students today be the future leaders of tomorrow.
Speaking of the future and building on the rich history of the region as the energy capital of California, maybe arguably the United States or potentially the world, what role do you see Bakersfield playing in being that destination for innovation?
Yeah, so Bakersfield, as I say, is all about, it's a relationship town, and we definitely are an energy hub. And I think that with a shared vision, and that's really where we're going to need good leadership to kind of coalesce that vision. But there's so much opportunity. I mean, there's an exciting time in energy, there's an exciting time in an exciting time in education. So if we can just coalesce around some shared visions and move forward, I'm excited for what we can accomplish.
Absolutely. Well, you all are doing a great job here at the store and in the school. I appreciate everything you're doing. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you very much. Happy to have you here.
Absolutely. And I would encourage everyone to reach out to you. How do they reach you if they want to reach you for your class or speak with your students or just in general for the store?
Yeah, by all means. For the store, let's do that. That's easy. russosbooks.com, russosbooks.com. For the classroom, I'll give you the website and the phone number. The website is roc.kernhigh.org, roc.kernhigh.org, and you'll see my program button there for small business, but I'd be happy to refer and talk to you about any of our programs. And then also you can call us at 661-831-3327.
Awesome. Thanks again.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on the Destination for Innovation. Be sure to connect, collaborate, and create with Mike, and we will see you soon.